be your moon, but no one looks up when they're lost down in the night. Always wanted to be true, but who believes you when your vest is laced with lies? And I still feel the same, since no one ever hears the cries of yesterday, and tomorrow comes too soon, and all my hopes on you. Wanted to be your song, pulling melodies that would bring you along. Wanted the torch songs gone, but every sad word form that didn't come across. And I still feel the same, since no one ever hears the cries of yesterday, and tomorrow comes too soon, and all my hopes on you. Hold me closer than your thoughts. I can read them when you're not. Hold me closer, let me know you're not leaving me wanted to be our light, casting shadows on the things you didn't like. But light can cloud your eyes, manipulating thoughts and visions in your mind. And I still feel the same, since no one ever hears the cries of yesterday, and tomorrow comes too soon, and all my hopes on you. Hold me closer than your thoughts. I can read them when you're not. Hold me closer, let me know you're not leaving me alone. Hold me closer than your thoughts. I can read them when you're not. Hold me closer, let me know you're not leaving me
When I'm sketching out a new feature, there's just so many.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah, it kind of looks where I live, man. That definitely looks like where I live. All right, we're gonna sit through a couple commercials. I'll blast through 'em, man. Don't worry about it. Don't you worry about it, man. All right, I was picking up where I left off last night, man. I'll rewind a little bit, man. Hopefully, I'll get a commercial right away. Right? Yeah, fuck it.
Fluorescent lights and uncomfortable pews. The old cathedrals, the ones that make you feel something when you enter. The ones with precise acoustics, with golden ratio proportions, with light filtering through stained glass, in patterns that seem to bypass your eyes and speak directly to something deeper. Those weren't just built for worship. They were technology masquerading as architecture, or architecture serving as technology. The distinction blurs when you understand what they were actually doing. In the Tartarian survival world, the separation between spirituality and science never occurred. Because it was always a false separation, the cathedrals demonstrate this. They're simultaneously sacred spaces and energy amplifiers, places of worship and frequency generators, spiritual centers and technological hubs. The pipe organs, those massive instruments with thousands of pipes arranged in precise configurations, they weren't just making music. They were creating standing wave patterns.
Well, I have a bit of experience with pipe organs, and one thing you got to have is airflow, man. Otherwise, the pipe doesn't work. Something's got to blow through the pipe, and I don't know how they got the air to blow through the pipe, dude. I have no idea. Yeah. This is kind of sad. What's up, Agave? Got Sue's out there, right on. Talon. And Mudflood. What's up, Mudflood? All right. Yeah. You need some damn air to blow pipe organs, man. Big, giant blowers. Big ass blowers.
Harmonic frequencies that affect consciousness directly. The acoustics of the space itself carefully calculated to produce specific reverberations, specific resonances that facilitate altered states of awareness. Modern neuroscience is only beginning to understand what the old builders knew. Certain frequencies affect brain states. Specific harmonic patterns can induce meditation, ecstasy, heightened perception. Sound can heal. Sound can elevate consciousness. Sound can...
I'm thinking this guy's videos he's using AI to make them, but the information's interesting, man, to say the least. That's all, That's kind of why I'm onto it a little bit. I'm like, he brings up a couple of good points, It's good.
Quite literally change reality. In the survival timeline, this knowledge was never lost.
Hold on. Am I selling some shit?
Spiritual practice and technological understanding remain integrated. The same people who maintain the energy infrastructure also facilitate spiritual development. The same architectural principles that collect atmospheric power also create spaces for consciousness expansion. Education in this world includes training in meditation, in frequency perception, in direct experience of subtle energies. Not as religious dogma, but as practical skill, like learning to read, to calculate, to operate machinery. Consciousness development is foundational, not fringe.
Gotta sell some shit. Hold on. What am I selling? Are you guys hungry? Check this out. Buy some of this, you won't be hungry, apparently. Oh, fuck. I just skipped the ad. Oh,
when a shopping cart smashed my headlight.
This shopping cart smashed my headlight. That was a problem, man. Oh my god, it's horrible. Okay. Anyway, back to the picture. Looks all right. The shadows look good. I think it's real. I think it's a real picture, man.
The population health benefits cascade from this. When people are trained from childhood to perceive subtle energies, to maintain coherent mental states, to recognize and adjust their own frequency patterns, mental illness rates plummet, addiction becomes rare, violence decreases.
So let's build some sane asylums. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's about the same time. Let's just build hundreds of insane asylums. Yeah.
Not through medication or enforcement, but through elevated baseline consciousness. Those massive public buildings in every major city, the ones we now use as museums, government offices, tourist attractions, in the survival scenario, they're still functioning as consciousness centers. Public spaces designed for collective meditation, for community coherence, for the
I don't know about that picture. I don't like the shadows. There's no shadows. Okay.
amplification of positive intentions through architectural resonance. The cynical modern mind recoils at this. It sounds like mysticism, like unscientific nonsense. But the buildings themselves are scientific, the proportions are mathematical, the acoustic properties are measurable. The effects of specific frequencies on consciousness are demonstrable in laboratory settings right now, in our timeline, with our incomplete understanding. Imagine what's possible with complete knowledge, with civilizations' worth of accumulated wisdom about consciousness, frequency, and reality itself. In the
Reality. The buildings are really there, man. No doubt. That's for sure.
Tartarian survival world, spirituality isn't belief-based, it's experience-based. People don't believe in higher states of consciousness. They achieve them regularly through architectural technology and trained practice. The cathedrals facilitate what they were always meant to facilitate: direct experience of expanded awareness. And the social structure reflects this. Leadership isn't about charisma or wealth accumulation or political maneuvering. It's about demonstrated consciousness capability, about frequency coherence, about the ability to perceive and work with subtle energies. Those who can maintain the highest levels of awareness, who can operate the most sophisticated frequency technologies, who can facilitate collective elevation. They guide, they teach, they serve, not because of imposed hierarchy, but because of natural recognition. You can't fake frequency coherence. You can't pretend to perceive what you cannot perceive. The technology itself identifies capability. Contrast this with our timeline. Leaders selected through popularity contests or hereditary privilege. Consciousness development relegated to fringe practices and dismissed as unscientific. Spiritual experience commodified or pathologized. The very idea that buildings could be designed to elevate awareness treated as lunatic conspiracy theory.
Put them in the insane asylum. You got to put them in there, man. We're gonna build hundreds of them around the world, across the world, and yeah, we'll just throw them in there.
Yet the buildings remain.
You crazy anti.
The cathedrals still inspire awe. The proportions still affect those who experience them. The acoustic properties still function as designed. We just forgot what they were designed to do, or we were made to forget.
Or they just didn't tell us what was up. There's always that shit show.
Buildings tell you everything if you know how to read them. In our world, modern...
That looks like a drawing. It really does. It looks like a pencil drawing, almost, right? Yeah, that's a tough one, man.
Architecture is deliberately ugly.
But they did build this shit, man. I think, was it what's that? The fucking palace there in England, man. It's like, it looks like, that might even be it. I don't know. That's fucking crazy.
Sterile, dehumanizing. Glass boxes that make you feel small. Concrete structures that repel rather than welcome. Space is designed for efficiency, not beauty, not harmony, certainly not transcendence.
That's the Crystal Palace. It burned down, or they moved it, and then it burned down, or something. What? Wait, you moved it? Yeah, we moved it, bro. We just took it down and just kind of threw it in the back of the truck here and chucked it down the road. And then it burned down. Oh, yeah. That was a good one. That was good.
We're told this is modernism, progress, form following function. But when you compare modern...
Yeah, you're probably right, Talon. We had it too good. Yeah, good times make weak, man. But just... We had really shitty teachers, too, man. We really did. They're horrible.
Buildings to what came before, those old world structures we now call historical landmarks. The contrast is violent. The older buildings inspire awe. They incorporate golden ratios, sacred geometry, acoustic optimization. They make you feel something when you enter them. They elevate consciousness rather than suppressing it. In a world where Tartaria survived, where the architectural knowledge was never lost, modern buildings still follow those principles. Because why wouldn't they? Why would you deliberately choose to create ugly, disharmonious spaces when you know how to create beautiful, resonant ones?
All right. Shadows are a little funky, especially on the people. Yeah, burned marble. Always my favorite, too, man. Yeah, burned marble. Okay. Love some good burnt marble. Now, the shadows are off here a little bit. There's no shadow on the lady on the left. There's no shadow from the poles. Something's off with the shadows. You guys see that? Yeah, the poles. Nope. There should be longer shadows on those poles. There's no fucking shadows. All right. Just checking.
Unless, of course, the
shadows. Always look for the shadows, man. That's where you catch this sometimes, man. I don't know.
Serves a purpose.
I've been
let me sell you some more shit. Hold on. What am I selling you?
excited to receive
I've
this.
been excited to sell this to you. You just get this book and everything. It's gonna be great. Trust me. Trust me, bro. It's got so much in it, bro. It's good. Make sure you get that book, man. Yeah, get the book.
I looked into architectural transitions, specifically that narrow window between roughly 1890 and 1920 when building styles changed everywhere, simultaneously.
Yeah, the styles change simultaneous everywhere. That's interesting. Does that look real? I don't know, man. The horizon's flat. I got that much. I don't know. They touch these photos up sometimes, man. They add like a little haze and phase. What's up, FB Nation? Yeah, they always mess around with these photos, and I don't know. I don't know.
Obviously, across every culture, the more a pattern emerged. It wasn't gradual evolution, it was replacement. Demolition of the old, construction of the new.
Yeah, that's kind of the point, man. Well, that was the point of another live stream I did, was people realized that, yeah, these structures are normal, and then the different narrative came out, and they were like, no, we built this shit like last week, shut up. And they're like, no, you didn't. That shit's been there for years. And they're like, you're going to the insane asylum because you don't think we built that shit yesterday. What's wrong with you? You're going, yep, let's build some freaking insane asylums everywhere, and let's make them look like palaces. In fact, we'll just repurpose some of these old buildings into insane. We'll just call them insane asylums. If I was a, diabolical Mongo, I would do that, man. That's the way you would do it, right? I mean, that's how these guys think, man. I'm learning more about how they think recently, but wow. Yeah, they're cucks, man. There's some cucks, bro.
New, often using the old foundations, the old underground systems, but with completely different superstructures. World's fairs played a crucial role. Massive, elaborate, temporary structures built in impossibly short time frames, only to be torn down immediately after.
Yeah, build it, tear it down, tear that shit down, Mongos.
Short time frames, only to be torn down immediately after. Buildings that looked like permanent architectural masterpieces, supposedly constructed from plaster and wood, then demolished without.
No fucking Zern way, man. No fucking Zern. Fuck off. Fuck off. You're not still alive. There's no way. Fuck, I thought you were dead forever, man. Shit.
Masterpieces.
I still play your music. I played it not too long ago, actually.
Supposedly constructed from plaster and wood, then demolished without explanation. The official story, temporary exhibitions, makes no economic or logical sense. But it makes
Piff.
perfect.
Time to piff, man. You should join my Discord and come in here and piff. That would be awesome, man. I've sent you emails, man. And you're like, ignore. Hold on, man. I got a bit of emergency here. Hold on. Shit. All right. Shit. All right. I'm going to let it play. I'll be back. I'm going to miss my comments for a minute, but I'll be right back. But I'll just let it play. Good to see you, Zern. Always, how's it feel? What's it like? What's it like to have Orange Man running the show again, man? What's it like, bro?
Makes sense if those weren't new constructions at all. If they were existing structures, remnants of the previous civilization, repurposed briefly for public display before their final removal. The world's fairs as controlled demolition events disguised as celebrations of progress. In the Tartarian survival timeline, those buildings were never torn down. They were renovated, integrated, maintained. The 1893 Chicago World's Fair structures, still standing, still in use, converted into universities, government centres, public spaces. The same in Paris, San Francisco, Melbourne. Not replicas or reconstructions, but the original architecture of a civilization that understood frequency, resonance, and cosmic alignment. Modern skylines in this alternate world would be unrecognizable to us, not because they're primitive, but because they're advanced in directions our timeline rejected. Buildings that spiral according to Fibonacci sequences, domes that create standing wave harmonics, facades that function as antenna arrays, cities designed as coherent systems rather than chaotic accumulations of competing property interests. And the social implications of this are staggering, because architecture shapes consciousness. Space is designed according to sacred geometry, aligned to celestial mechanics, built with harmonic proportions. They affect how people think, how they feel, how they interact with reality itself. You can't separate the built environment from human psychology. You can't isolate urban design from social structure.
Your next mission starts now. For the big wins, the small steps forward, and the people counting on you. Teladoc Health helps you combat conditions so that you can take charge of your health. So wherever life or duty calls, for every part of your...
Shit, sorry, man. I run a one-man, absolute one-man show. I had to go take care of something, came back, and there's a commercial going, of course. Well, fuck it. I don't pay for shit, so...
Or journey. You...
fuck am I going to do, man?
In the Tartarian...
Now I got to back it up. I lost all my comments. All right. Love you too, Zern. How's it feel, bro? Feels good. Good times. All right. Good to see some old faces, man. Good to see you guys. All right. 2023 Vegas. You, FE Nation, remember Sue from Vegas? Right on. All right. Let me back it up here a little bit, man. I missed about a minute or so here. Let me back it up. All right. Somewhere there, right around there. Fuck. I probably went too far. Shit. Sorry.
The previous civilization, repurposed briefly for public display before their final removal. The world's fairs as controlled demolition events disguised as celebrations of progress. In the Tartarian survival timeline, those buildings were never torn down. They were renovated, integrated, maintained. The 1893 Chicago World's Fair structures, still standing, still in use, converted into universities, government centres, public spaces. The same in Paris, San Francisco, Melbourne.
He's got that right. Right? Right on. Yeah, he's right on. Kind of just repurposed all that stuff. So, I was from the fair, 1892. Yeah, it was from the fair. Yeah. Yeah, we just use it.
Replicas or reconstructions, but the original architecture of a civilization that understood frequency, resonance, and cosmic alignment. Modern skylines in this alternate
How the fuck does that place burn down, man? Or was that like a different Crystal Palace, right?
world would be unrecognizable to us, not because they're primitive, but because they're advanced in directions our timeline rejected. Buildings that spiral according to Fibonacci sequences, domes that create standing wave harmonics, facades that function as
Yeah, unimaginable scale, dude. Look at that.
antenna arrays, cities designed as coherent systems rather than chaotic accumulations of competing.
Chaotic accumulations. I like that. It seemed like the city kind of worked with you, not against you, right? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Where's the farming, man? How you guys eating? And where are all the toilets, man? That's the one thing with Tartaria I always had a problem with, man. It's like, Jibby and I used to sit around and go, hey, where's the toilet, man? A lot of these places don't have any toilets built into them. In fact, Notre Dame, one of the most famous freaking buildings in the world, not a single toilet in the whole place, bro. What's up with that, man? Nobody had to go potty. That's my only explanation for that, right? No. Well, maybe they had a porta potty. I don't know.
Standing wave harmonics,
Maybe.
facades that function as antenna arrays, cities designed as coherent systems rather than chaotic accumulation.
No 7-Elevens either, man. Yeah, where are you going to get, like, your Doritos and your, Coca-Cola and crap? Mountain Dew? Where are you going to grab that? Chamber pots, maybe? Okay. That could be. Where do you dump it? Where do you dump it, like, out the window? Where are you dumping that chamber pot, bro?
Arrays, cities designed as coherent.
I mean, this building could hold, what, 10,000 people? I don't know. It looks pretty big, man. I'll call it 5,000. No problem.
Coherent systems rather than chaotic accumulation.
What are you going to do with 5,000 people's shit, man? Where's that going?
Of competing property interests. And the social implications of this are staggering. Because architecture shapes consciousness, space is designed according to sacred geometry, aligned to celestial.
Yeah, they had the pot dumping robots. Yeah, you just what kind of clouds are those, man? I mean, they're pretty low. Dude, this looks doctored. This picture looks very doctored, man. Yeah. This looks like a World's Fair, too, probably. It was probably a World's Fair. It might even be the Chicago one. He was talking about Chicago. It looks like Chicago. I think it is Chicago. I don't know. He doesn't put, like, little subtitles. Like, this is Chicago. This picture is Chicago. This one's, Istanbul. This one's from... No, he does not putting those in there, man. He needs to step up his game, man. I still have to sit here and guess and shit.
Space is designed according to sacred geometry, aligned to celestial mechanics, built with harmonic proportions. They affect how people think, how they feel, how they interact with reality itself.
Yeah, make sure you put that Wi-Fi right next to your bed. That'll work. You'll be getting along just fine. What? Yeah, that's how they get the frequencies into us now, man. Wi-Fi and cell phones and friggin' radio and everything else.
You can't separate the built environment from human psychology. You can't isolate urban design from social structure. In the Tartarian survival world, people live in environments that actively elevate consciousness rather than suppress it. Educational buildings designed as resonance chambers, government centers that incorporate acoustic optimization for clarity of communication, residential spaces that align with natural cycles that facilitate rest and creativity rather than exhaustion and compliance.
In other words, you're not a slave, man. You're just kind of going with the flow. Hey, man, it's winter out. I think I'll chill inside. Catch some some rays through my sunroof here, bro. Yeah, that'd be cool.
The contrast with our timeline is devastating. Ask yourself, why did we abandon beauty? Why did we choose ugliness? Why did we replace inspiration with oppression, harmony with discord, natural materials with synthetic ones? The official answer, cost, efficiency, modernization, doesn't hold when you examine the evidence. Those old buildings were more durable, more efficient, more cost-effective.
And they're still here. They're called palaces, and they last forever. You know, well, unless there's a fire, and earthquake, and then my bad.
Over their lifetime than anything we build today. So why did we stop building them? Unless we didn't stop.
Yeah, we're in the throwaway society now, Jeeps. You got that right. Yeah, don't get too mad, Talon, man. I got some shit that can really make you mad. It's not worth it. This is not worth it, bro.
Anything we build today.
But it is interesting.
So why did we stop building them? Unless we didn't stop. Unless they were stopped for us.
Oh shit! I gotta sell you some more shit. Hold on. My sponsors, you know, I gotta placate. You guys like math? You guys like fractions? Check it out. There's an eighth. There's a quarter. There's a half. There's a third. Look how easy math is, bro. Super easy. Just buy my shit. It's good. That was a funny commercial to come up, man.
Is where the alternate timeline becomes impossible to ignore. In our world, we're told that civilization runs on fossil fuels because we discovered them, harnessed them, built an entire global infrastructure around them.
Yeah, slaves get the cheap shit, no question, man. Last maybe 100 years, you know. I grew up in a house built in 1922. It's still there. My sister lives in it. It's a piece of shit. It's falling apart, but it's still there. Yeah, it's 1922. But yeah, it's still there. But anyway.
Coal, oil, natural gas, extracted, refined, burned, repeated. The Industrial Revolution gave us steam power, which gave us factories, which gave us modern life. Simple progression.
What the hell's going on the top of the roof there, bro? That's some serious antenna work there, bro. my boy's been getting busy with it, bro. Getting busy.
Power, which gave us factories, which gave us modern life. Simple progression.
Yeah, don't get mad. Don't get sad either. Dude, it's all coming out now, bro. Relax. It's called the apocalypse, man. You'll get used to it. It's all their shit's coming out. Maybe on purpose, maybe not. I don't know. God has a funny way of doing things. I can't figure it out, but yeah. Yeah, no giant cranes and shit. Yeah. But yeah, getting busy with the antennas on the roof, man. That's a lot of work.
Linear development. But in a world where Tartaria survived, where the knowledge wasn't lost or suppressed or deliberately erased, we would never have needed fossil fuels in the first place. Because the architecture itself generates power. Not solar panels bolted onto roofs as an afterthought. Not wind turbines disrupting landscapes. The buildings themselves, those copper domes, those metallic spires.
Yeah, that's a hell of a claim, dude. I mean, I'd like to see somebody bust out one of those on a small scale, you know what I mean? It's a big laundromat. There you go, Agave. Yeah, but, you know, I've talked with some guys, energy guys, that say, hey, man, if you draw air, draw power out of the air, but what are you running with it? Where's the motors? Where's the light fixtures? Where's the cables? Where's the wiring? You know, you got all these fucking buildings with these antennas and shit on it, but I don't think it's running any kind of machinery at all, man. I don't know, man. Maybe it's lifting the bricks for you. Maybe they figured out how to do that shit or something. I don't know. just speculating here, man. Completely speculating. I am just guessing, but man, I don't think they were running electric motors and cranes and shit because they could draw power out of the air. I think that's ridiculous. They used that power in a different way, man, that they didn't tell us in school, man. I don't know, man. I think it could lift those. I don't know. Maybe it could soften the stone so you could work with it really easy. I don't know. Just a thought.
Those geometric forms aligned to celestial mechanics, they are the energy infrastructure, atmospheric energy collection, telluric current harvesting, resonance amplification through architectural form. Every major structure is a node in a wireless power grid. The spires aren't decorative.
Exactly. What are we powering? Are we powering the people? Did it give you superpowers? Could it levitate things? I think maybe they could levitate something with all the antennas. I don't know.
They're antennas. The domes aren't aesthetic choices. They're collectors. Those intricate metal ornamentations covering 19th century buildings, fractal patterns designed to capture.
I got a little science. I'm doing some chemistry over here, bro. Working with a lot of tubes and stuff. I'm pretty busy, man. What's up?
And focus electromagnetic frequencies.
Electromagnetic frequencies. Don't get me started. Don't even get me.
Patterns designed to capture and focus electromagnetic frequencies. The underground networks beneath every old city, the sewers and catacombs and forgotten tunnels, they're not drainage systems, they're conductive pathways. Distribution channels for
Dr. Fasazi. I see Dr. Fanazi. Dr. Fanazi.
Energy flowing through the earth itself.
All right, there's Tesla getting busy with it.
And the pattern repeats.
Is that Tesla? Really? I don't know, maybe.
With unsettling precision. Every major city from that era has them. Paris, London, New York, Melbourne, all built atop massive underground complexes of brick-vaulted chambers, metal piping, water channels flowing in patterns that make no sense for drainage but perfect sense for hydraulic energy distribution.
What do you mean hydraulic? Hydraulic or electronic? Hydraulic?
No sense for drainage, but perfect sense for hydraulic energy distribution.
I don't know what the hell he means by that. Do you guys know?
These systems connected to natural water sources. They utilized pressure differentials. They created standing waves. They provided free wireless energy to an entire civilization.
What were they powering, dude? That motor right there? What the fuck, man?
They provided free wireless energy to an entire civilization.
I don't know.
In the survival timeline, this infrastructure was never dismantled. It was maintained, upgraded, expanded. Modern cities in this alternate world look like steampunk fantasies made real.
Some steampunk poetry made real, Zern. Some steampunk. I love it, man. Slam free, baby. Slam free.
Modern cities in this alternate world look like steampunk fantasies made real, not because of aesthetic choice, but because that technology works. Streetlights powered by atmospheric resonance, trains running on magnetic.
You got to change your name now. Come on, forget that slam free poetry. That's old. You got to go back. You got to go to steampunk poetry, bro.
Rails charged by telluric currents. Buildings that generate more energy than they consume.
Could be steampunk free poetry. That could work. I could go with that. All right.
Charged by telluric currents. Buildings that generate.
You got to do it, CERN. Come on, man.
More energy than they consume, feeding excess back into the grid.
Dude, you're a punk rocker, if anything, man. Great musician. Punk ass. Kick ass. Kick ass.
Buildings that generate more energy than they consume, feeding excess back into the grid through those ornamental spires we dismissed as mere decoration. No coal mines, no oil wells, No fracking, no pipelines, no gas stations, no carbon emissions. The question isn't whether this technology is possible. The evidence...
Hey, get to work, man. Crank out some bricks, man. All right. What are we doing? I'm going to wear my suit. Okay. Is that cool? A top hat? I got a little top hat. So the top hats are in charge, and these Mongos here on the right, over here in the corner, these are the two guys. All these Mongos are all telling these two guys what to do. That's how it worked back in Tartar. And they got the pile of bricks here, and you're gonna move one brick, and you're gonna lay it and level it, and then you go to the next brick, man. You got this. Come on. Yeah, you're farming the bricks. You got to do it wirelessly. You got the antenna hats. Yeah, I was tripping last night on what's up with freaking top hats, bro. But if you got the top hat, that means you're the top guy. If you got the medium hat, you're kind of the medium guy. And then if you got like the baseball cap, you're just a Mongo, right? Just a Mongo. I mean, nobody's, there's like 3 Mongos in here, and 1, 2, 3. You have 4 top hats, and you got 1 medium hat guy there. I don't know, man. Farming bricks. That's awesome, bro. Who does that? Anyway.
Suggests it already.
There's another Mongo way over on the left. Yeah, he's like... Yeah,
he existed.
He's nobody, man.
The question is, why did it stop? And here we arrive at the central mystery. Not what existed. The evidence for that is overwhelming once you start looking. Not how it...
Hey, man, I need you to grease up that... you guys keep those belts moving, man. We're doing a lot of stuff here, man. Is this a power plant? It looks like a power plant, but, Man, that's some heavy machinery, man. I'll give you that. Right? That's some heavy ass.
The evidence for that is overwhelming once you start looking. Not how it worked. The principles are visible in the architecture, deducible from the infrastructure, consistent with physics we're only beginning to re-understand.
Day one. Oh, shit, I gotta sell you some more shit. Day one. At day one, man, you gotta, do your shit. Take a shit. 3 months, I'm going to get you some new hair, man. If you just take this, rub this. Yeah, you got that? New hair, bro. I got you, Zern. I got you covered, bro. Gave, don't you worry, man. I got you for sure. Got your back. I got your hair.
Why did it stop? Why did the entire world simultaneously abandon a system that provided free energy, advanced transportation, architectural beauty, elevated consciousness, decentralized power structures, and sustainable technology? Why?
Because there was a reset, man. Electromagnetic or flood or, one or the other. That's it. There's only 2 I can come up with. If you guys got another one, let me know. Yeah, there was a reset, and they we got to redo all this shit, but we got to tell everybody that we made this stuff. But they made it fucking, 1,200 years ago or 1,000, who knows? Yeah. Tartaria did not skip Africa, bro. Africa's full of Tartar, bro. Retard fucking Africa's.
Decentralized power structures and sustainable technology. Why did every culture on every continent decide, in the span of maybe 3 decades, to replace all of this with coal smoke, oil dependence, centralized banking, ugly buildings, and environmental destruction?
Because they're evil cock bitch bastards. Yeah, that's why. And they figured out how to manipulate every system at every level. And because they got the money. What's that rule, man? Oh, the one with the gold gets to make the rules, right? Is that what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Dependence, centralized banking, ugly buildings, and environmental destruction.
Because that's what cocks do, Mongos. Come on.
Dependence, centralized banking, ugly buildings, and environmental destruction. The official explanations don't hold,
Yeah.
not when you examine them.
Really? No shit. Sherlock.
Economic efficiency doesn't explain why more durable, more beautiful, more functional systems were replaced with inferior ones. Technological progress doesn't explain why advancement meant abandoning working systems that are...
Oh man, my buddy worked at a factory in Cleveland back in the early '70s, and there was still belt-driven steam engines running the fucking tooling, bro. Running the drill presses, running the saws, the lathes. It was a fucking steam engine outside running the fucking motors in the factory, man. There was belts going everywhere, turning all these machines. All the machines turned on at the same time, you know. So once you started that steam engine, man, it ran a bunch of belts that ran all the tooling in the building. They eventually did switch it over to electric, but yeah, they were fucking steam engine that shit. Like, and it was a real thing, according to my best man, so I definitely trust him.
achieved what we're still struggling to achieve today. Natural evolution doesn't explain the simultaneity, the coordination, the completeness of the erasure. Something happened, something big enough to reset global civilization, fast enough to occur within a single generation.
It's called a reset,
complete
bro.
enough to remove
Yeah,
almost all
you got
knowledge
it.
of the previous system from collective memory. The mud flood hypothesis suggests a cataclysm,
Mudblood.
buried cities, sudden destruction. But in our survival scenario, we're asking a different question. What if the destruction wasn't natural? What if it was deliberate? Not a flood, a purge.
A fucking purge. No, they don't. Yeah, there was some melted buildings, bro. Melted rocks.
The evidence
all
for
over the place.
systematic destruction is everywhere once you look. Those World's Fairs where elaborate
Well, there's a whole shitload of deliberate destructions. They call them fires. They call them earthquakes. They call them all kinds of stuff, man. That shit went on. Shit, even up into the 50s, man. They were like, oh no, we get the building burned down. And it was like this gorgeous fucking Tartaria building. Now, there was a fucking library in Cleveland that was just like 40 stories tall. Amazing they know that shit. They got rid of it. They destroyed it on purpose. They didn't there was no fire, no nothing, and they just fucking got rid of it. It was like full of books too, man. I've seen pictures. I'm like, dude, you got to be kidding me.
buildings were erected, temporarily then demolished. Those urban renewal projects in the early 1900s.
Yeah, that might be the one in Cleveland, man. Actually, that might be it. Yeah, I don't know if that one's it, but yeah. There's 3 stories of books. Let's get rid of that shit, man. We can't give the people those books. They'll learn something
Where entire
about how fucked up everything is. They'll learn about, because there's guys like you and me out there writing books and about what the hell's really going on.
city centres were razed and rebuilt. Those mysterious fires that consumed the architectural centres of city after city.
Oh, fires.
San Francisco.
Lots of fires. Yes, you could fart in there. Could be loud. Could be loud. Now, I just recently saw some building architecture where you could whisper in like one part of the building and you could hear it like I was talking to you next to you on the other side of the building, like hundreds and hundreds of feet away. I was like, what? That sounds cool. Yeah, they probably have that stuff. Yeah.
Chicago.
Kind of like a speaker, but without electricity and wires and stuff.
Boston and hundreds of smaller cities, all within the same narrow time window, always destroying the old structures.
Hey, Zern, man, you on Discord, man? I'm going to ask you again, bro. If you are, man, I got a little stupid channel called Flat Earth Dudes channel, Discord, whatever. Nobody's in there. We just hang out occasionally, talk about whatever. No agenda. Yeah, you guys should try it, man. I think you would like it. I think you'd like it, man. I remember you being quite, you know, energetic and opinionated and all the other shit. That's what Discord's all about, man. It can be a Mongo shit show, but yeah, it also can be chill, like we used to have in Hangouts, man. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to get your head around, Zern. I get it, bro. Took me a while. Took me years, dude. I think I joined in like 2017. I didn't actually do anything until 2020, when all the shit show was going down. So yeah, you gotta be cool out there. 20, yeah. But yeah, it was crazy, man. But no, it's got great features. You can share pictures and screens, and you can have a bunch of people, and they can all yell at each other. It's great, man. You would love it. Yeah. It's got to be run by aliens, for sure. But you got to find, like anything, man. I mean, I know how good we had it with Hangouts, dude. Hangouts was fucking gold, dude. It was so easy. Anybody could do a Hangout and live stream on YouTube. Dude, you could do it from, like, if you had a pencil, you could do it. It was so easy. It was amazing. I mean, all of a sudden you got 10 people on a panel. You're live streaming on YouTube talking about fucking 9/11 or president elections or flat earth or whatever. It was just like boomity boom. But they got rid of that. They got rid of it because it was too easy. It was too good. The good things get kicked out, man. I get it. But you gotta find out what works. You gotta go top hat and find what works, and if it's Discord that works, or I tried that Google Meet shit, man. That didn't work out. You can still start a live stream from Google Meet, but man, it's a fucking, you got to go through like 47 steps instead of 3. I mean, they had it down. You could hand over controls on a Discord, on a Hangout, and you could raise people's volumes. You had mixers. It was insane cool, man. All right, top hat, dude. Let's get back to the top hats. I like those chandeliers. You guys like the chandeliers?
All within the same narrow time window. Always destroying the old structures. Always making way for the new. The pattern is too consistent, too complete, too well coordinated. And the documentary record, the records of who made these decisions, why they were made, what systems were being replaced and why, that documentation is suspiciously sparse. Missing.
Oh shit, I got a bunch of globes again. That was last night too, man. This Mongo's got more globes than most. I mean, you guys have to admit, I mean, if I had that many globes in my house, you guys, I don't think you'd talk to me. I really don't, man. Who cleans the fucking globes, man? Somebody's got to polish those globes, man. All of them have specular highlights. Do you guys know what specular highlights are? Oh, I bet you do. I know. I bet you guys do know. It's funny how there's not one on the moon. I just always thought that was weird. But, just something I've noticed over the years. A lot of globes. I mean, look at, let's count them. Can we count them? I'm going to count them. All right, fuck it. 1 in the 2 in the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think there's one back here behind his trench coat. Maybe 9. 9 globes, man. That's an interesting number. Got a 9 globe shot, bro. I mean, it's Photoshops because it has to be. Exactly. There's 9 globes. There might be one in a painting over here. I don't know. He's got some other instruments, but yeah, a lot of globes, man. 9. Got to have 9 globes. Hey, here's the funny thing, man. I've always said this to the, the newbie globe, the globers. Like, hey, man, whatever answers I give you, man, you guys had 500 years to figure out your little spinny globe shit, bro. we're like, what, 10 years in, 11? And it's like, dude, give us a chance, bro. Why are you fucking jumping my shit so hard? We're just trying to come up with something different that works, that totally works. And we're really close, by the way, man. Those fuckers had 500 years minimum. And we're just like, now we're just kicking ass. And it's like, oh shit, we have to stop them. We got to stop those flat earthers, man. We got to stop whatever it takes. Because they're right. They're exposing, our 500 years of, deception.
Classified or simply not discussed.
I'm just piffing, man. I'm just piffing. You guys know what a piff is. I'm just piffing out, bro. Zern, you were the best piffer of all time, Zern. I want to hear that piff again, man. 2026. Get your Discord together or something, man. Get something together, bro. I mean, go on a live stream with somebody with fucking Zoom or whatever. I don't give a shit. Do something. I need some damn fucking piff. I need some piff poetry, bro. Piff poetry, bro. I need the piff of poetry. Yes.
Sparse, missing, classified, or simply not discussed. We have endless records of building construction, but very few records of systematic demolition. We have photographs of elaborate structures, but minimal documentation of their destruction. We have evidence of advanced systems, but no explanation for their abandonment. Just
hey, sit down. Let's have a meal. Let's have a meal. Oh my God, it's very, very fancy.
Silence.
Hey.
Oh shit, let me sell you guys some shit. Hold on. I gotta sell you guys some what? Snacks? I got you snacks, man. Fresh sale, man. I got a little fucking fresh flash sale. It's 30 sticks for $36. This stuff is really great. Comes in plastic. Make sure you guys eat at the table with my stick food. Yep, Agave made the table, and we are getting stick food and it's good. It's good stuff. You get a lot. You just throw them in your basket and go. Go. You guys want some stick food? No, I don't think you guys want stick food, man. Did you guys ever eat those Slim Jims and those stupid meat sticks and shit at the store? Yeah, I know you guys. I know you did, Zern. Zern seems like a Slim Jim guy, man. I could be wrong. Agave? Nah, no way, man. He ain't buying no fucking Slim Jim stick. Not gonna happen, man. Not gonna happen. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Let's continue with the tartar. Stick food, bro. Stick food. All right. Oh, wait a minute. So, wasn't it like on Slim Jims? Yeah, it's for the poor people, bro. Poor Jim. But yeah, stick food. So during the Apollo missions, didn't they come up with like power bars? It's kind of similar as a beef jerky. Yeah, I've eaten a lot of. I used to make my own beef jerky, man. Take some really good steak, man. Yeah, set it out, dry it out, keep that shit for months, man. Put a little salt on it. I wasn't crazy with any kind of seasoning or anything, but yeah, I just throw a little salt on it. This is really all I did, man. And let it dry out. That's it. I mean, that's a pretty easy way to keep food. Oh my God. You want to talk about Epstein files? Oh my God. Dude, don't even get me started, bro. It's way beyond any kind of weirdo fucking sex islands, bro. It's like way deeper than that, in my opinion. Again, I wasn't there. I can't guarantee it, but if any of it's true, which I think some of it is, it's a wicked situation, bro. It's fucking wicked situation. So it's just like, all the other shit we look into. It's wicked, bro. All right, back to the movie. I got to unmute. All right, sorry. I had to sell you guys some stick food. I hope you guys buy my stick food. Whoever
The silence
stick
was
food that
deafening,
was.
actually. The absence of discussion, the lack of public debate, the unanimous consent across all levels of society, all institutions, all nations to simply stop asking questions, stop preserving the old system, stop teaching the old knowledge.
And if you don't stop, I'm going to throw you into an insane asylum. Yeah, Mongos.
One generation knows, the next generation doesn't. No transition period, no gradual.
Oh, the transition period was, if you disagree with what we're doing, you're going to the insane asylum, Mongos. You're going. Okay.
Loss, just absence where presence used to
All
be.
right.
In the Tartarian survival scenario, this moment of erasure never occurs. The knowledge continues, the systems remain operational. The architecture stands maintained.
Airships? Really? Airships, bro. Airships?
The systems remain operational. The architecture stands maintained. Continuity instead of catastrophe.
I'm not buying this picture, man. I mean, you got how many fucking airships? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably 9. I'm missing one somewhere, but yeah. 9 airships in the picture. We had 9 globes. Now we got 9 airships. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, that's right, Agave. The comedians were doing that aristocratic skit. And it was all true. And that, isn't that, oh, they're buying it. They went to the moon. Oh, they're buying it. And they're
Loss.
buying
But
it.
in our timeline, something broke that continuity.
That kind of shtick, right? Are you talking about?
Something powerful enough to override.
Yeah. Oh, George Carlin was a shtick. Another, telling you the truth, man. Like, oh, that's hilarious.
All
Well,
resistance.
that's kind of what I'm doing right now, actually. Following in their footsteps, man. But I'm not. Yeah. Yeah, some sick stuff, bro. Some sick shit going on, man. I actually got red pilled today, Agave, a little bit, man. I was like, oh my goodness. I knew they were cocks, but this is like extra cock. Cock with fucking cheese on top or something. I don't know.
All questioning,
It's fucked up.
all institutional memory, something that could coordinate globally, act swiftly, and enforce silence afterward. What has that kind of power? Not a natural disaster, not a disease.
That's definitely Photoshop, man. Some good-looking men, man. But, they're ready to kick some ass, but I don't know, man. That one's a little...
Not a war, though wars certainly help destroy remaining infrastructure under cover of conflict. The deeper I looked, the more I found evidence of deliberate policy. The creation of new building codes that prohibited certain architectural features. The consolidation of banking systems under central authorities.
All right.
The standardization of education to remove certain subjects from curricula.
This is where I, go AI with this guy. And I think I have a pretty good point. Is he'll bring up something, and it's pretty vague. He doesn't say it's vague. He just says it like it's fact. And it drives me kind of a little pissed off. I'm like, he just like, oh, they did this and they did that and then that. But he doesn't really back it up 100, even like 10%. He just throws it out there, man, which is kind of, it's a bit AI sus to me. So that's where I'm at with this guy. But occasionally he's bringing up good. What do they say that the greatest? You tell people like or is it like 80% of the truth and then 20% lies or something? It's kind of in that category. He's like, he throws out like a lot of truths, Mostly truths, but then there's that 20%, man. It's like, how the fuck do I verify that, man? How the fuck do I verify that?
The consolidation of banking systems under central authorities, the standardization of education to...
Well, those two are, dude, those are two proven things, 100%. We know that, right? Education, banking, standardization, man, 100%.
Under central authorities, the standardization of education to remove certain subjects from curricula.
Oh, to remove subjects from the curriculum. Oh, boy. Hey, hold on. I got to sell you guys some shit, man. What am I selling? Hold on. Dr. Garber, man. You got to check out Dr. Garber. He's the greatest. He's the great doctor.
Our technology
I got
makes
some
coal
tech here,
7
man.
to 10
It's
times more
so
valuable
great.
than it
It's
is today.
so great. My tech is so amazing. It's like the greatest tech. No, it's not the greatest tech. So yeah, the standardization of education, money. Yeah, that definitely has some time frame. But yeah, this AI created Mongo is not really giving us the freaking real stuff, man. It's just not.
Subjects from curricula. The systematic purchase and closure of local power generation systems.
That's a good one. Power generating systems been closed? Okay. Which ones, man? You got one or two, three? No, you got Niagara Falls. We're talking about Lake Mead. Which one are we going with? Mongo. Let's go.
Criminalization of alternative energy research. All of it happened.
Criminalization of alternative energy research. Did you guys catch that? Fuck. I don't know about that, bro.
In that same...
I think they just, if you come up with something better, man, yeah, they just either steal it from you, kill you off. I mean, this is, it's the way the system works, man. You got something that's better. It's better than the next guy, man. You got to watch your back. And yeah, that's just the way it is. I mean, it works better. Hey, my hammer works better than your hammer. Oh, I'm going to kill you. What? No. The guy that invented the hammer don't give a shit. He's just like, dude, I'm just trying to get a better hammer here, man. Go to work.
Narrow window. All of it coordinated. All of it presented as progress, modernization, necessary reform. And all of it resulting in the world we have now. Centralized, controlled, dependent. Once you see the pattern, you can't unsee it. I started this investigation asking what the world would look like if Tartaria survived.
What the hell if Tartaria survived?
I started this investigation asking what the world would look like if Tartaria survived.
What would it look like, man? What would it look like if we never had NASA? Okay, got that. That'd be interesting. What would the world look like if we never had NASA? That would be cool. Yeah, let's...
I'm ending it asking something different. What if it did? What if the alternate timeline isn't the one where they survived, but the one where we do? What if we're living in the aberration, the deviation?
That's some big words, man. That's some big words, bro.
The timeline that broke from the natural progression. What if somewhere, in some parallel possibility, some branching path of history, there exists a world where the mud flood never came, where the knowledge was never erased, where the systems continued functioning as designed, a world where cities are beautiful, where energy is abundant, where consciousness is elevated rather than suppressed, where technology enhances rather than destroys.
Dude, this is the pipe dream that I've been saying for decades. He's not off on this at all, man. I'm like, what would the world look like if we could straighten out all the corruption? that was my biggest thing, man, for decades. Going, like, can we just get rid of the corruption? And then I'm sure we can figure this out, man. We're smart. We're capable. We want to go to work. We want to do things that are cool. We don't want to hurt anybody. Everything's cool. Yeah, we could have a system like that, man, but that's not what we ended up with. There's so much corruption, man. The corruption is the key, in my opinion. If we got rid of that, I think this place would be great. No doubt, man. I mean, you're a musician, Zern. You know. Just want to play some music with some great people, hang out. You know, hopefully other people dig it. You know, we're good. We could make this place great without the corruption. That's the only thing that I've always been on about, man. It's corruption. It's like, dude, are you kidding me? There's so many greedy people, man. Greedy Mongos. Greedy, bro. Greed destroys fucking everything, man. It's weird. It's a weird phenomenon that happens every day. And there's a lot of examples of people stealing. They're making like $2 million a year running the company that's worth like $1 billion. And they decide, I'm going to steal $100 million from this company because I'm in charge of the company. And nobody can stop me, bro. I'm the man. I'm making $2 million a year to run the company, but it's not good enough, man. It's not good enough. I'm going to steal this fucking bitch for $100 million. And it happens every single day. This is not an interesting phenomenon. This is widespread. So many cases of people running companies. They're the CEO, they're the CFO, they're the accountant. They just steal the whole company. And they're like, I'm just greedy, man. I'm just greedy cuck. Because I want 7 boats instead of 1. I need, 14 trips to, Paris. I got to go places, man. I got stuff to do. Yes, that bridge is curving. That's right, Agave. It is curving. Not good observation. You can see curvature with your own eyes? How weird, Agave. I mean, according to the Globers, you cannot ever see curvature. Wait, you can see curvature, but not at the ocean. You can't see it at the ocean. I mean, or 35,000 feet. There's no curvature, bro. I mean, but, standing on Lakeshore, I can see the curve of that bridge. That's cool. What's up, Mojo? Shout out to Mojo, man. I'm just kind of piffing, run a little live stream because I got nobody else to talk to, really. And the most people I could go talk to suck because they're, Yep. They got the thick glasses, man. Agave. They got thick glasses, bro. You ever seen that movie, My Cousin Vinny? He's in court. He's like, hey, how thick are your glasses, miss? You're like, kind of thick. Yeah, the thicker the glasses, the less you can see. I think that's the... Yeah. All right, appreciate you guys hanging out, man. Let's finish this up. Let's finish this shit, man. Freaking tar fucking Mongo. Tar Mongo world, man. I think that's where we're at this point.
Where the systems continued functioning as designed. A world where cities are beautiful, where energy is abundant, where consciousness is elevated rather than suppressed, where technology enhances rather than destroys, where social structure serves human flourishing rather than extraction and control. It's not utopian fantasy. Every element I've described is based on evidence.
Is that the Vatican? I think that's the Vatican, right? Pretty sure that's the Vatican. Correct me if I'm wrong, man. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it, man.
It's not utopian fantasy. Every element I've described is based on evidence from our own timeline, on architecture that still stands, on
Architecture that still stands, Mongos. I love that, man. Love it. Yep.
systems that demonstrably worked, on knowledge that existed until it didn't. The survival scenario isn't imaginary, it's remembered, or, more accurately, it's half-remembered. Glimpsed in the spaces between official narratives, visible in the structures they couldn't quite destroy, present in the persistent questions that won't go away no matter how many debunking articles are written. Why do...
Yeah, we're not going away. There's a lot of debunking articles and people that want to debunk anything you think is, whether it's 9/11 or flat earth or Tartaria. There's a lot of people out there that's like, nope, you're full of shit, man. You're full of shit, bro.
That won't go away no matter how many debunking articles are written. Why do old buildings look advanced? Why did architectural quality decline after 1900? Where did the free energy technology go? Why were city centres systematically demolished? What happened to the giants? Why don't we teach frequency science?
He's throwing out a whole fucking shitload of stuff, man. I mean, he's like, what do they call it? Scattergunning? He's scattergunning a little bit, man. That's why I think this guy's AI. I mean, I hope to talk to the guy. I would love to talk to this guy, man. One time, man. Just one time, bro. I've talked to, Sue. I've talked to Agave. I've talked to Slam Free Poetry. Yeah, I've talked to you Mongos in person. I can hear your voices, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's 100% AI, right? Exactly, sir. Yeah, I'm not fooled by it, but what I'm questioning is why would a guy go out of his way to make a channel? It's got almost 70,000 subscribers. It's not great, but it's good. I got like 2,300. It's pretty solid. But yeah, he's got like 70,000. He's running commercials every 5 minutes. It's created through AI, man. I mean, it's very interesting, man. But how many AI channels have been around for years that we think are legit, or could be legit? I don't know, man, but I know that, Zern's a real guy, Agave's a real guy, Sue, you're a real girl. I met these people in, some of you in person. I'm like, hey, man, what's up? And we're just checking out Earth, man. We're just checking it out, man. What's up with Earth? What's going on, man? What's up with the money system? What's up with the Tartaria? What's up with the, space and the NASA and the, fucking vaccines or the, what's up? Man, that's all we do is go, what's up? What's up with this? And that's a great place to be, in my opinion, and it's a great place to just kind of hang out for a minute. Check it out, man. What's up? What is up? Now, if you sit around and just say, hey, wow, what's up? Sometimes you can just say, oh, you don't believe this? Oh, I'm just asking a question, man. What's up? Why did Stanley Kubrick, why did NASA give Stanley Kubrick the greatest photographic lens in cinematography history? Cost like millions of dollars. They just gave it to him right before Apollo. They said, hey, man, make a movie with this great lens. It cost millions of dollars. And it was a movie that came out in 1968 before the, called Space Odyssey. And NASA just gave him the lens. Hey man, make a movie. Yeah. Here's a lens. I'll just give it to you for free. Okay. You just loan me the lens. Okay, thanks, NASA. You guys are great. You guys are so good. So great. Fuckers. Man, they're all in bed together, man. But we got to figure out how to pull the sheets off, man. That's all we're doing. Pulling the sheets off and say, hey, man, you Mongos are in bed together. What the fuck, Mongos? We're here to question what the hell is going on. What the hell is going on?
Buildings look advanced. Why did architectural quality decline after 1900? Where did the free energy technology go? Why were city centres systematically demolished? What happened to the giants? Why don't we teach frequency science? Who benefited from the transition to fossil fuels? What was really destroyed in those mysterious fires? Why does official history feel incomplete?
Eat a brand new.
Oh shit! You guys need a roof, man? I got you covered, bro. Check it out. Don't believe me? You guys need a roof, man? I got a roof. I can roof you up if you guys need a roof. I mean, I'm the guy. I'm the guy that can get the new roof handled for you, bro. I can get you a new roof handled. I mean, it's not that difficult, really. Roofing's pretty easy, actually, but it's expensive. The roofers make a lot of money, man. I know that. I know some roofers. They make good money.
Questions persist because something in us recognizes the wrongness, the loss, the deviation from what should have been. In the Tartarian survival timeline, none of these are questions. They're just history, continuity, the normal progression of a civilization that never broke. But we're in the broken timeline, the one where something went terribly wrong, terribly quickly, terribly completely, where knowledge was lost, where systems were destroyed, where beauty was abandoned, where consciousness was suppressed, where abundance was replaced with artificial scarcity. And we're told this is progress. The truly haunting part isn't that.
Hey, isn't that flooring pattern the same as the Apollo? Yeah, it's similar. The Apollo launch pads was the same pattern in the movie The Shining, right? Tell me I'm wrong. And then this looks very similar. That's all I'm saying. You guys remember that?
That an advanced civilization might have existed and fallen. That's tragedy, but comprehensible. Civilizations rise and fall. Knowledge gets lost, happens throughout history. No, the haunting part is the possibility that it didn't fall naturally, that it was pushed, that the world we inhabit now, with its problems, its suffering, its unnecessary scarcity, its environmental destruction, its suppressed human potential, this world is the result of deliberate choices made by those who benefited from the transition.
All right, Jolly Green Giant. What the fuck? Yeah, room. I was thinking the same thing, Sue. Yeah, that's the same movie. Yes.
That free energy was suppressed not because it didn't work, but because it worked too well. Because you can't control people who have abundant resources.
Yeah, I get that, bro. I get it, but at the end of the day, man, I mean, we got to build some shit.
You can't extract wealth from people who don't need what you're selling. You can't maintain hierarchies when the fundamental tools of civilization are freely available to everyone. That perhaps the entire modern world, our wars, our economics, our politics, our environmental crises, stems from the suppression of one system and the implementation of another. Not evolution. Replacement. The evidence suggests this. The pattern supports it. The architecture testifies to it. But the deeper truth is unknowable from inside our timeline. We can see the shadows, we can measure the gaps, we can notice the anomalies, but we can't fully reconstruct what was lost from within the system that replaced it. We can.
That looks photoshopped. Yeah. I mean, those ropes are pretty big, dude. I mean, what's the diameter of those ropes coming off that? Yeah, it doesn't add up, bro. The ropes are a little suspiciously big. That's all I'm saying, man. They're like really big, man. I mean, we're gonna pull this bad boy down here, man, with the rope. I mean, maybe you needed that big a rope, but I don't think you did, man. That big a rope? It's some thick ass rope, man. Damn.
Can only wonder. And in wondering, in questioning, in refusing to accept the official narrative as complete, maybe that's where the real investigation begins. Not in proving what existed, but in recognizing what's missing. Not in reconstructing the past, but in questioning the present. Because if Tartaria survived in some alternate branch of reality, if there exists a world where the old systems continued, where knowledge was preserved, where human potential wasn't artificially limited, then our world's problems aren't inevitable.
Hi.
Oh, shit. Let me sell you some stuff. Hold on. Damn it. Fuck. What am I selling? Hold on. I'm selling nonsense. I mean, if you guys need some
It's government here.
some stuff, I mean, I got you covered here, bro. I got you covered, man. Got you covered. If you guys need some stuff, man. All right. You guys don't need anything like that, I'm pretty sure.
They're the result of specific choices. Choices that could theoretically be unmade. Knowledge that could theoretically be recovered. Systems that could theoretically be rebuilt. The survival scenario isn't just an interesting thought experiment. It's a mirror, showing us what we lost, what we gave up, what was taken from us, and what perhaps we might someday reclaim.
Hey, I got this place. It's called the Crystal Palace. It's in London. It's cool. It's a great place, man. But, hey, man, we're going to move the palace. And we're going to move this whole fucking building. This is the story, man. Crystal Palace. We're going to move the building. And we moved the building, and then it burned down. What? I mean, they could have just gone with the, hey, man, thing burnt down, man. My bad. You know, glass and steel just burns all the time. Yeah, I mean, it's highly combustible materials. You know, and, oh yeah, sure, forget about the, you know, marble and granite, whatever. But yeah, man, we can move the whole build. We're gonna move the building, and then it burns down. Yeah, okay. I got you, bro. That sounds good. Sounds really good, man.
I can't give you definitive answers. That's not the nature of this investigation. The evidence is there, in the architecture, in the historical record, in the gaps.
Exactly. That's where the questions come up. Not necessarily the answers, but certainly the questions come up with who built it, when did they build it, they moved the whole fucking building, what year, and it only took them like 6 months to move it. And, wait a minute, you're moving granite, concrete, yeah, okay. I'm gonna move that bitch.
But it's
Gonna
incomplete.
move that fucker, man.
Fragmented. Full record of this.
Fucking
What we
mong.
gave up, what was taken from us, and what perhaps we might someday reclaim. I can't give you definitive answers. That's not the nature of this investigation. The evidence is there, in the architecture, in the historical record, in the gaps and silences. but it's incomplete, fragmented, deliberately obscured or accidentally lost. The result is the same. We're working with pieces of a puzzle whose full picture we may never see. But certain questions demand to be asked. If atmospheric energy collection was possible, if the technology existed and functioned, why are we still burning fossil fuels? If the old architectural systems created healthier environments and more beautiful cities, why did...
I don't know. That fat guy look healthy? He's sitting with some cute little blondie over here. Yeah. And, yeah. Maybe his daughter. It could be his daughter. I don't know.
Did we abandon them for concrete and glass? If free energy systems were operational...
Dude, that looks fucking AI to me. I don't know. Son of a bitch. They've had AI for 20 years. And we're just now getting it, man. These Mongos. Fuck.
Who decided they should stop? Who benefited from that decision? Who benefits still? If giants or unusually tall humans existed alongside standard height populations, where did they go? Why the silence? Why the removal of evidence? If consciousness elevating architecture was understood and implemented globally, why don't we teach these principles now? Why are they relegated to conspiracy theory and fringe research?
Why are they relegated to fringe conspiracies and research? Lev, I need you to tell me, Lev. Why it's fringe conspiracies? Lev. I mean, fringe conspiracies, bro. That's, you know, that's where we're at, man.
Now, why are they relegated to conspiracy theory and fringe research?
Fringe research. Fringe meaning like, you know, outside the normal lines of research. Fringe.
If the systems worked, if they provided abundance, beauty, health, and sustainability, why would any civilization voluntarily abandon them?
Well, they didn't voluntarily abandon them because, you know, there's Mongos. Greedy Mongos, bro.
These aren't rhetorical questions. They're
It's
investigative
greedy
ones.
ass
And they
monger.
point toward uncomfortable possibilities about the world we actually inhabit versus the world we could have inherited. The Tartarian survival scenario isn't just alternate history. It's a lens, a way of examining our present through the contrast of what might have been. And in that examination, in that comparison, we begin to see the chains we're wearing, the limitations we accept as natural that are actually imposed. The scarcity we're taught is inevitable that might be artificial. I don't know if Tartaria existed as a unified empire. I don't know if the mud flood was real or metaphorical or misidentified. I don't know who made the decisions that led us to this timeline instead of another. But I know the buildings are real. The technology was real. The knowledge existed. The systems functioned. And then they stopped. That transition, that moment of cessation, that point of no return where one system ended and another began, that's where the real mystery lives. Not in...
All right. That's totally fucking... Come on. Photoshop? I mean... Really? They had that many fucking flying... Zeppelins or whatever you want to call them. Blimps. Yeah. Yeah, they just had these things flying around, man, all over the place, bro. Just everywhere you went, man. It's like fucking like airplanes. Like airplanes today. That's what we got. Balloons. Okay, we got balloons, bro. We got balloons.
Reconstructing what was, but in understanding what happened. And why we're not allowed to ask. The investigation...
Why are we not allowed to ask? That's one of the great questions. I mean, why are we not allowed to ask and say, hey, what's up? What's up with your, you know, COVID 2020, this shit? No, you're not allowed to ask any question. You just have to go along and get along, and everything will be just fine, man. You'll be great. You'll be great.
What happened? And
What the
why we're
fuck
not
happened?
allowed to ask.
Why are we not allowed to ask? That might be the best question I've heard this year. Why are we not allowed to ask? I think that kind of sums it up. Why are we not allowed to ask? Damn, that sums it up, I'm pretty sure.
Understanding what happened and why we're not allowed to ask. The investigation continues. The questions remain. The architecture stands silent, holding secrets we've forgotten how to read. But we're learning again, slowly, carefully, piece by piece, because some knowledge once seen cannot be unseen. Some patterns once recognized cannot be forgotten. Some questions once asked cannot be unasked. The old world might be gone, but its echo remains. In every cathedral that still inspires awe. In every underground tunnel that serves purposes we don't quite understand. In every old building with proportions that suggest knowledge we've lost. The echo remains, and echoes can teach us, show us, remind us of what was and what could be again. If we're willing to listen, if we're brave enough to question, if we're persistent enough to look beyond the official narratives and see what's actually there. The world that didn't end, the civilization that survived in some other timeline, some other possibility.
That's Photoshop picture right there, man. No shadows. None. Dude, that's such a fake ass looking picture, right? Fake ass, bro. Yeah. That's probably one of the insane asylums, by the way. It's probably one of those, man. Ah, what a mess, man. What a mess we're in. Can you guys help me figure it out? Yes, you can. You bet your ass you can. It's all good, man. It's all good. Well, it's not easy to figure all this out. I know that. But I think we, like I said, those guys had like 500 years, 1,000 years. I don't know. They had a big head start, man. We're just kind of keeping up the back end of it and going, hey, man, what's up with this? What's up? Mongos, let's go. Check it out. Don't believe me. But that picture right there looks so fake, man. I don't know. Well, I appreciate you guys hanging out. Hey, Zern, great to see you, bro. Good to see you, man. Lev, always a pleasure. Susan, thank you. What's up, Jeeps? Thank you. You guys are great. There's some really interesting stuff coming down the line here. I don't know what, man. It even freaks me out. I'm like, what? This is like super creepy shit, man. But we'll go through it. We'll get out of it. We'll go. Let's check it out. But yeah, don't believe anything I tell you. But do check out Earth and what's going on out there, man. It's pretty wild, man. Pretty wild. All right, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Much love, man. Peace and love and all that good stuff, man. It's all good, man. But yeah, let's